A few weeks ago, Starbucks teamed up with Lady Gaga to promote kindness through their Cups of Kindness campaign, with the goal of spreading positivity, compassion, and love throughout our communities. Now, at the surface, I don't think anyone would argue against this. As humans, we're wired for those things. The unfortunate problem, though, is that we're also wired to put our desires first, even when serving others. When it's convenient, we may pay for the person in line behind us at the drive-thru, or spend a little time serving at the local soup kitchen, both of which are great. But how many of us are going to take in the hurting teenage girl in Africa who, let's say, has been diagnosed with HIV for the lifelong commitment of being her mother? Who, after working 5 days a week, is going to commit their summertime Saturdays to take their children to visit widows in their neighborhood? Who's going to take the money that they would typically spend on their Disney vacation and give it to the family that just lost everything in a house fire, or to their daughter's friend who's been diagnosed with terminal cancer? That begs the question, can we have true social justice without the gospel? Without the gospel, it's certainly possible to be kind, to love people that love you, and even to show compassion at times. But true social justice is the gospel. It's loving those that hate you, going to great lengths to show compassion, even when you don't understand. It's making the lifelong commitment to put your and my personal wants and desires behind the needs of the homeless, the widow, the poor, the fatherless. When we separate those two, it raises the value of good deeds and services to humanity above service to the creator of humanity. Let's say that again. Separating social justice and the gospel raises the value of one's own goods or works or services to humanity above service to the creator of humanity. It messes up our motives by putting us first, even in the midst of trying to serve someone else. What is our measure for compassion and love? Is it society's current trends? Is it what makes us feel good, even if it isn't what's best for someone else? Or is our measure based on objective morality? God is the Father of compassion and love, which is seen in his willingness to separate from his Son to save the very people that rebelled against him. His standard is the only standard that completely lives out social justice from the beginning of time, the example of Jesus, including his death and resurrection. As the prophet Micah says, he has told you what is good and what the Lord requires of you, only to act justly, to love faithfulness, and to walk humbly. The kind of love and compassion that brings true social justice is done through servanthood. So how can we love in a way that brings true social justice? This is how we've come to know love. He laid down his life for us. We should also lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. A compliment, pennies from a cup of kindness, and pay it forward drive-thrus may last for the moment, but a life given up in service to the creator of life itself lasts forever.